It reminds us that the most important investment in our future often happens before anyone asks anything of us. Within that orientation, our first practice is build. And the purpose of build is simple. Build develops readiness. That is the thread we are going to follow today. How we prepare with intention before the moment requires it. So we are not always catching up to the demand after it arrives. We're not talking about productivity or perfection. Readiness. Readiness isn't something we manufacture in the moment life asks more of us, but rather something we cultivate beforehand. Think about the people who remain steady during change. A leader who guides a team through uncertainty with grace and compassion. A coworker adapting to a new system. A friend responding thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. From the outside, that can look effortless. But what we're seeing is rarely that. We're seeing preparation that happened long before the moment arrived. So, as we talk about building, we are not talking about adding more pressure. We are talking about choosing support before pressure gets the final word. Build is not the practice of strengthening everything. It is the practice of strengthening what can support the direction that is emerging. And because each of us begins from a different mix of skill, personality, energy, and responsibility, and lived experience, build will not look the same for everyone. So before we ask what to build, we have to ask, what direction am I moving toward? Discovery helped us see where we are starting from. Maybe it showed us a strength we keep relying on, a pattern that works until we're under pressure, a motivation that has been quietly asking for more attention. Release helped clear the space to notice what matters. And maybe that meant loosening an old expectation, setting down a role we had outgrown, or maybe admitting that the way we had been carrying something was no longer sustainable for us. And once a direction begins to emerge, whether we choose it or life places it in front of us, build asks a more practical question. What capabilities and capacities will best support that direction? We are not building from guesswork. We are building from discovery. That means build is not random self-improvement. It is a response to what we have already noticed. The strengths that support us, the patterns that strain us, the motivations that guide us, and the direction beginning to take shape. That matters because discovery was never meant to stop with insight. It helps us notice what is already present and has been reliable, what we overuse, and what may need better support before the next demand arrives.